my lovely people, welcome to this channel. So today I'm going to show you how to make the tastiest shito you'll ever make. So I usually want to blend my shrimp and herrings myself. So this is what I'm doing. I'm blending the shrimp. I had already blended my herrings, so I've set all those aside. So for the shito ingredients, you need ginger. So I already had some blended up ginger, so I'm using 4 cubes of that. I have some sweet peppers, onions. I use about 3 large onions, and a full clove of garlic. I clean them all up and I'm putting them in a blender. So if you have, you see those sweet peppers, little peppers, I added a few of those. You can just add those for flavor. So I'm also going to use some spices. So with my spices, I do have black peppercorns, some anise seeds, some rosemary, and some calabash nutmeg. That's just one. And then about a teaspoon of clove. I think I use like a teaspoon of each, but it depends on your taste. You can use more or less. And I added some habanaro peppers for, hot. I added about 3. And then I'm going to blend these ingredients with my oil. So you know that when you're making shito, you have to minimize water as much as possible. So instead of using water to blend, I'm using oil, which makes it even cook more faster. So yeah, you blend your ingredients together. And then in a saucepan, I have oil. And then I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. So this is the first time I'm trying this method and it came out great. So you should try this as well. So you make sure that you kind of fry the tomato paste for a little bit of time, to about like 3 to 5 minutes. Make sure that your heat is also like medium low, so that you don't burn the tomato paste, because it can like burn really fast. So just make sure you separate it with your spoon, with your spoon or whatever you're cooking with, and just make sure that your heat is low, and then it can cook for about 3 minutes or about 5 minutes. So I'm gonna cover this up and let it cook on medium low. So if you're still watching, I want you to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. I love you and I thank you for watching, this video and all my other videos. Please share it with your friends and let me know how yours turn out. So I cover it up, and then after like about 5 minutes, I will pour in my blended ingredients. So you try to scoop all those in the blender in there. I did it off camera, but yeah, I actually scooped everything inside. You don't want to lose any of that. They're all part of the food. So yeah, and then you make sure that you stir in your tomatoes and your onion mixture. It's gonna mix eventually after it cooks, but it just makes it easier if you kind of mix everything together. So my mother-in-law taught me one trick. She said that if you want more of the shito, like in quantity, like if you want a lot more, you just add more onions. I think that's true. At first, you would use more shrimp and more herrings, but she said, those don't matter if you have enough onions, that works. So this is after about 15 to 20 minutes. You can see that there is oil coming on top of our onions. You see that it's cooked and reduced, and all the water is out. So you just keep stirring occasionally. Make sure that it doesn't burn. I can't stress that enough, because if you let it burn, your shito is going to be bitter, which you don't want that. So you just make sure that you stir occasionally within that 15 to 20 minutes. Just make sure that you keep stirring, cover it up, keep stirring. So after like everything cooks, I'm going to add my red pepper flakes. It's just for flavor. If you have it, fine. If you don't, that's okay. I'm also going to add my paprika, and I also have this natural spices that I brought from Ghana. It's really tastes good. You know, like if you have any all pepper seasoning, just add uh, one tablespoon of that. And then I'm going to add about a little bit of salt, you know, to your taste at this point. I am not a fan of Maggi cubes, or like, those cubes. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like cooking with it, so I just use natural spices. So that's why you don't see me using those cubes. So at this point, I added my shrimp powder. So, I didn't blend it to be too much powder. It's like coarse, a little bit coarse, because I just want those crunchiness when I'm eating. But it depends on you. You can blend it to like fine powder, but I just wanted it like coarse, medium coarse. And then this is my herring, dried herrings. I blended all that myself. So yeah, and then you mix it together. And then you just let it cook for about 10 minutes. At this point, you can see that I didn't have enough oil. I don't like cooking with too much oil, sorry. But I will add a little bit of oil to this just to let it fry for a little bit. But yeah, so this is just it. You add a little bit of oil if you have little oil. Yeah, you can see that I poured in a little bit of oil. So you just let it cook for so you taste for salt, or if you have to add anything, but I think I tasted it and everything was good. So this is about 10 minutes later. You can see that everything is cooked and nice, and it didn't burn.